Hello, Denise. Hello, anybody else who's listening? Ray, I guess, is going to come along. He's trying to find the stream or whatever. So, Ray, I wish you'd come up. I want to discuss Hang.
Oh, sorry, Richard. I didn't have my YouTube muted. I got it now.
That's all right.
I'm trying to get people added to my Hangout. I can't add everyone. I don't know why. Let me go back to that other and post. I post YouTube in that. But I took all my regions away. I just think that I need to run my stream for me, because if I don't run it for me, then it's kind of a waste of time, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Crystal, they run their stream how they want, and I'm just going to run this one the way I want. You know, it's cool.
There you go.
We don't have to agree on everything to be friends.
That's right. I'm just so tired of what I perceive to be a guy who tells nothing but falsehoods and then hides behind the cloak of Christianity, basically implying that, oh, I'm a good Christian, so I couldn't possibly be a liar. But when somebody tells lie after lie after lie after lie, they expose themselves as really doing that. Christians don't tell lie after lie after lie after lie.
Who are you talking about now?
I'm talking about Hank. Yesterday it was a lie about the Mercator map, and today it's a lie about Richard using the middle of the road fallacy. And when I call him on a bunch of other falsehoods he made, and then he accuses me of using this fallacy that just more complete bullshit because he was using the middle of the road fallacy. So he just makes up bullshit that, oh, you're using the middle of the road fallacy. And it's just falsehood after falsehood after falsehood. And his big excuse is, oh, I'm a good Christian, so I couldn't be lying on purpose because that would be against my religion. And that's the implication. That's why he's constantly bringing up, that he's a Christian as an excuse for lying all the time and saying it's all a big mistake.
I've heard him on panel a few times, but really not about Christianity. Or is this what he's been talking about on Gorin's or something?
No, we were, I was listening to him, and he's spewing a lot of bullshit about this Project Blue Beam, making it sound like it's an actual project when it's a nonsense story some nutter made up. Then he accused the Pope of saying something the Pope never said, and then we got into a discussion about, how the universe might be created. And he used what's called the middle of the road fallacy, which is when you have two extremes like evolution or creationism. And someone says that anything in the middle either has to be true because those two extremes are too extreme, or says that anything in the middle can't be true. That's the middle of the road fallacy. And what I was saying was, since we don't really know which one of those are true, we can't dismiss other possibilities. And he says, oh, you're using the middle of the road fallacy. And I'm like, no, not at all. I'm saying that since we don't know, we can't just pick one of those two extremes or say that the middle is impossible. And that's what he was saying. So he just comes up with complete bullshit, accusing me of doing something I'm not doing. And then he hides behind oh, I'm a Christian. I guess I was wrong, but I don't tell all these falsehoods on purpose because I'm a good Christian, and it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Nobody runs around lying. Virtually everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie and really is a Christian. Christians don't do that. It's just bullshit. Everything that comes out of his mouth is bullshit. Why am I supposed to believe he's even a Christian? It makes, why would that one thing be any more true than the virtual 99% of everything else that comes out of his mouth that's false?
I never really had much of an opinion about religion until I got on here. till I started coming to YouTube. And now
Really?
I'm starting to, well, I mean, not an opinion like you just gave out. I hadn't really ever thought about it that deeply. Like, I had thought about the hypocrisy that a lot of Christians have, and this and that and the other, but I don't know. It just seems like it's kind of ruined for me, all religion.
Yeah, I'm in the camp of people that just don't know. There very well could be a God. There could be 100 gods. Gods could be commonplace in some kind of parallel universe looking at. I don't know. I don't know if there is. I don't know if there isn't. I just don't know. And I'm okay with that. I'm not going to, jump on board they can't possibly exist because I can't see them. And I'm not going to jump on board they must exist because science can't explain everything. I don't know. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it really bothers me when I hear like atheists saying that they know there isn't a God. Like, they don't know that there isn't a God any more than I know that there is one,
Well, those aren't atheists. An atheist says, like I say, that I don't know. Those would be an anti-theist. That's a whole different group. And you're right. Those people are crazy.
Like the purge. Like,
right.
My goodness, if there is a God, he ain't going to be there from the things he says. Oh my goodness.
Right. And, even that, is kind of a jump. He wouldn't be there with any God that we kind of have on earth now, but there could very well have been a God that created the universe that's completely different than the gods we think they are. He might be really forgiving. Every single person might go to heaven, even if they're complete fuckwad, and start over again. We don't know. We really don't know.
That's right. I try to hang on to my faith because sometimes faith will help you, feel better.
That's right. I like I told you, I think I told you the other day when I was in Florida, we used to go to church. We weren't really God believers, but we'd go to church, we'd sing, we'd feel good, the people were nice, and we liked doing it. It was fun.
I've gone to church and, like you said, sing, praise, and, you come out of there feeling really good.
Hello, Denise. Hello, Richard.
How are you?
I'm on my Hank rant today, Shotgun. He accused me of bringing up a fallacy that he was using and then ran away like a little bitch when I was about to explain to him he's just lying again.
Well, yeah. I find my my spirituality, I've been a Buddhist for almost 25, 27 years. I find my spirituality and I feel good after I sit in meditation.
I'm going to mic out a few minutes, guys, and let you guys chat. I got a.
Where you going? I came on just for you.
I'll be right back, Shotgun. I have one of my girlfriends just came in, and I'm going to speak to her for a minute, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
One of the things I like, some people don't like about Buddhism, is that Buddha didn't claim to be a god. I like that aspect. He just claimed to, maybe know some things about God. Maybe, I don't know, I imagine he, prayed and believes he has some revelations from God.
His initial motivation was to understand suffering.
Yeah, I like, my wife, reads a lot of Buddhist books and prays and has her little, thing around her neck and all that. She's always weighing, putting her hands together when we go by the temples and all that stuff.
But no, when I got out of combat duty in the military, I started to drink like a fucking fish, and they threw me into a VA hospital to figure out how I could absolve myself of this kind of suffering. And they bring in everybody from AA to all sorts of cognitive behavior therapists and whatnot. It wasn't until I met a Vietnamese counselor that turned me on to Buddhism. And after I got out of the VA, I spent a year in a monastery. And I really, that's what saved my life. I'm serious. It saved my life.
Well, that's
because it taught me that to live in the present, not in the past. Don't get anxiety about the future, but live in the present.
Mhm. Yeah, my wife's kind of like that too. I mean, yeah, I know what you mean with that aspect of it. But yeah, it's I guess the proof is in the pudding, as they say.
Yeah.
And when you look at societies where the predominant belief is Buddhism,
Yeah.
they're not warring societies. They
No,
take care of
absolutely
their
not.
families. They
Well,
take
of course,
care of,
yeah. Well, of course,
themselves.
the Buddhist uprising, the Buddhists did a revolution in Burma. I'm not Burma. Yeah, Burma, Myanmar. But I mean, other than that, they have. If you listen to Dalai Lama, there's nothing hateful about it. Even though the Chinese fucking took over Tibet, I mean, there's nothing hateful about them.
Right. And is the Dalai Lama the same type? I think it's a different type of Buddhism than you'd have in Thailand, isn't it? 'Cause they don't give two fucks about the Dalai Lama here in
the
Thailand.
Dalai Lama is more what they call Shambhala, which when the Buddhism went up through that part of the Himalayas, and my faith is what they call Zen Rensai, which went through China and into Japan. It's much less elaborate and more you know what I'm saying.
It would be like a newer version. The Buddhism we have here in Thailand would be like the oldest version. Is that right?
Well, you still got prayer wheels and everything. We all believe in that sort of stuff. But I mean, within Zen Rensai, it's more about meditation and a lot of choreography going into other practices like Orioka breakfast and whatnot. And actually, Zen carries not only from meditation, but through everything you do in your life.
Sure. Yeah, it's interesting. I like to. My favorite of all the ones I've kind of been exposed to, and I don't even think it's considered a religion as much as a philosophy, would be Taoism. I kind of like that.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I find it really, really interesting. Some of the sayings, the sort of the truisms they have that make you think about, maybe a better way to operate your life and that kind of thing.
That doesn't mean that being out in the civilian world that I don't get triggered, and I don't feel the influence of consumption and greed. But I mean, it's. I go back and I sit meditation twice a day for 30 minutes. And I go back and I try to bring my mind back into the reality of things I'm doing with.
I see. Yeah, I should try that maybe once in a while because I don't really ever, sometimes like before I go to sleep when I'm laying in bed, I'll sort of think about my day and the mistakes I made and what I might want to do better in the future. But I don't really think about it after that. It's like maybe 5 minutes before I go to sleep, and then I don't even think about it the next day.
We got monkey brains. They're always chattering. What you should do is just learn to just breathe in and breathe out, and sort of relax your mind to get rid of all that chattering. And then if you get a little bit of a knowledge about that, then go visit a monastery on during a retreat or during a weekend and sit for a while.
My wife's always threatening to send me to the temple when I'm bad.
She's a good wife.
She is. She is a good wife. It's interesting that here I am kind of the party guy and all that, and she's the complete opposite, but we still get along really, really well.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with, well, I gotta tell you, even in the Zen, they have what they call their Hojan, which is their weekend that starts on Saturday at noon, goes to Tuesday at noon. And the monks during the course of the week, during the course of they have to eat tofu and vegetables and everything else. But on the weekend, when everybody's gone, they'll go out and buy fucking meat and live a good life.
So what do you think of the latest stream wars? It looks now like instead of having Goran and Buddy and Crystal, now we got Goran, Yasina, and Buddy, and it remains to be seen, but I'm thinking that some of the people aren't even going to like the way Denise runs it. So then maybe we're going to end up with Yasina, Goran, Denise, and Crystal, and everybody's going to be sort of split up a little bit. I don't know.
Well, here's how I want to do it. I'm going to add, the gang, all the gang, and I'm hoping that, the ones who want to go to Yeses, or the ones who want to go to Buddies, or the ones who want to go to Gorns, they can go. But
so are you going to add like everybody, like Lysurge and DeMello and all those people too?
Well, those were the two that worried me, because you were there the day that I tried to work things out with DeMello.
Yeah, I don't think he'd even come if you invited him, frankly. So
you do think he would?
No, Jose is pretty stubborn.
Yeah, he's really stubborn.
Yeah, but, I never knew that part of his personality. I had no idea how stubborn he was.
Me either, but
really
if he wants to come, I hope he does. I'd love to work out things with him. And LaSurge, I don't have, I like the guy, I really do. I feel like I know him so well, because I've been here with him so long and stuff. But he's like the friend that he's like the friend that you want to slap every now and then. You know what I mean? You get along with him real good until he starts like hating on God or hating on America or something.
Right.
Well, I've gotten beyond that sort of shit. I've heard it from Surge. I've heard it from many Canadians. It doesn't really bother me anymore. I know I know how I feel and what I believe.
You handle the Surge really good, Shotgun. You do.
Yeah. Well, the only two people I have major difficulties with is Pammy, because I think she's a bully, and the second one is Sean. I went through a major row with her like 3 months ago, and I spent 2 months trying to regain her friendship, and she is obstinate. She wants the drama, and I'm tired of playing the yo-yo games with her. So I'm not going to talk to her.
Yeah, I've tried to stay neutral. I really have. I've tried my best to stay as neutral as I possibly could. But over the last few days, I don't know, there's been a lot of stuff happen that I didn't agree with, and then there's been some stuff happen that I did agree with. I just want to stay as neutral as I can. And
I refuse to get triggered anymore.
Yeah, you're cool like that, Shotgun. Because if anybody would have a right to be triggered, it would be you. My goodness. You have been through the ringer.
Yeah, it's hard to, the one thing you have to realize, Shotgun, too, is there's so much stolen valor that people jumping to that conclusion is really not unreasonable. It kind of might make you feel bad. You might not think it's fair. But when I first met you, first thing I thought was, oh, no, here's another clown on YouTube pretending they're a military combat vet who's making up a fucking story. That's the first thing that came to my mind, too. So, you might want to be just a little more tolerant of that because of all the bad apple assholes that have fucked it up for you in the past,
Yeah, I suppose.
it's kind of like the situation I'm in. Just the fact that I'm in Thailand, people think of, prostitutes and child molesters and all this crazy shit. That has nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
Prostitution might, but the other part doesn't.
But I think that's the worst insult anybody could tell me is that I'm stolen valor.
Right.
I spent 20 fucking years in the fucking Corps.
Yeah. Well, like I said, though, you just have to, it's all the fuck ups of the past that, lead people to that kind of first thought line of thinking. Same with me and being in Thailand. All kinds of crazy shit comes in their mind the moment I mention Thailand. And, maybe 1% of it might be applicable to me, you know.
I mean, it's all good to say, "Oh, we support the troops and whatnot," but when it comes down to it, they really don't. I mean,
You know, I
they
used to tear off, you know, those magnetic yellow flags people used to have. I used to tear those off people's cars and throw them away because I knew full well that they're just, you know, these hypocritical assholes that are never doing anything for a veteran, but they want to look like they're supporting the veterans. And I had people see me tear them off and kind of smiled and laughed. Nobody ever, you know, when I got caught doing it, nobody would say, "Hey, don't do that. What are you doing?" Because they also knew the people that own those cars are a bunch of assholes just pretending to care. You know?
Yeah.
That made me sick, really. I mean, I like the idea during Desert Storm where we completely changed the attitude towards veterans, but then it went overboard with all these wankers jumping on the popularity train. You know, that annoyed me.
Well, I've sort of gotten wisdom over the years of working on this chat that, you know, I could get triggered, and I have done in the past, but it's best to just write it out and ignore it.
Bright Star, can't you let anything go? I mean, is it always got to be about what Grizz said or what this other guy said or somebody said this yesterday or they said this to you? Why don't you just let shit go, Bright Star? You're the one stirring up the pot. Every time I look in text, you know, Bright Star's trying to rekindle some argument from last week. Just fucking let it go, man. Move on. Talk about
Exactly.
something better than who said what to who. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. It's none of your business anyway. You know, if Grizz said something about somebody else, that's none of your fucking business anyway. Leave it alone. Move on.
Yeah, well, that's part and parcel of the chat.
It is, and it shouldn't be. It should be trying to talk about happier things than that.
Well, you and I have had great discussions about all sorts of stuff from Bitcoin to whatever. And, you know, that's what I come to the chat for, not to be insulted.
You know? Yeah, I haven't really looked at my news today. I don't know what's interesting in the world that I might have missed. Probably nothing. What I notice is on the weekends, the fucking news really doesn't do anything. They don't talk about shit except all the stuff that went on Monday through Friday anyway.
What does that say to you?
Well, it says they're fucking lazy, basically. Like nothing happens on the weekend. What a load of shit that is.
No, it says to me that producers make up fucking shit during the week.
Right. Hell, I think it would be a better place if we didn't even fucking have news. You know, people could sit around and enjoy themselves and not worry about all kinds of bullshit that people make up and whine about. And fuck, who cares about the Bill Cosby trial or this or that?
I don't give a shit.
My dog's yapping. I better go see what he's yapping about. Might be a snake or something out
David, can you hear me? No, he's on the text chat. What I sort of like have a big problem with all these British and Europeans speaking bad about America. What the fuck for? Take care of your own country. Why do you have to bash America all the time? They hate us.
I don't know what my dog's yapping at. Sometimes he yaps for no fucking reason at all. Crazy bastard.
How hot is it over there in Thailand right now?
How hot is it? Low 80s. It's not too bad at all. It only
No,
gets
that's
up to maybe low 90s now during the day. Pretty soon the rain's going to come and keep it
exactly.
closer to the middle, you know. It's not too
And
bad, really. It's been pretty good. Every time somebody asks me in the morning, I remind myself to shut off the air conditioner and open the door. And I'm going to do that right now.
and I would love to get back to that. I was there, I think it was 19, or, I don't know, 70, 71. I really wanted to get there.
Well, it's obviously a hell of a lot different than it was in the 1970s, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a really kind of a modern, you know, they got sky trains and subways to get around, cheap taxis and the motorcycle dudes. It's, you know, it's interesting. People perceive it as being all third world, but you go into the, you know, transportations and systems and whatnot, and it's better than first world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Find that same stuff in China because most stuff's new. You know what I mean? They don't have crappy old subways. They have brand new ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the world's kind of shifting. You know, I know everything kind of from the climate to the power economically to, you know, computers and automation. And, you know, the world is changing at an ever faster pace.
And that's why Buddhism is great, because it doesn't, it stops you from going through that that rapid kind of fucking feeling, brings you back to where you are right now.
And people generally don't like change, and when you have a world that's changing in so many areas so quickly, you can find something to not like if you want to. And like you say, that's where the Buddhism, you know, can be really helpful to people.
Exactly right.
And it doesn't bother me. I kind of like these new bizarre changes and sit back and watch what goes on. You know, I like that kind of thing. Other people, you know, they just kind of wish the world would kind of stay the way they were comfortable with their whole life. And I'm not like that at all.
Well, it depends on where you live. If I always lived in the country, and small communities where everybody knew each other. You go hunting, you go fishing, you go kayaking. I mean, there's still lots of places in America that relish that kind of simple life.
Right.
But if you go to Chicago, New York, Philly, wherever, I mean, that's a rat race.
Right. On it. I look at it more globally too, and the globe is so much different. It used to be that, you know, America is that basically little tiny spot on the world compared to the whole globe had 50% the economic activity. It's just not like that anymore. It's getting spread out and changing, and it's interesting to me. I think the technology in the world is changing much faster than humans' ability to deal with change. That's what I find interesting is, we're going to get to a point where the changes happen even more quickly and more quickly and more quickly, and our psychology is not going to keep up. I think it's going to get to the point where even the most open-minded, smartest people on the planet are sort of scratching their heads saying, geez, what do we do now? This is advanced so quickly, it's hard to make heads or tails of anything anymore.
Yep. What's up, sexy? Oh, she's on a text.
Yeah, it's kind of like I said, we've got basically 3 streams running with everybody kind of split up
Yeah.
in the different stream. I'm not even looking at Goran's. I don't know if he's got one going or not, but yeah, you got people kind of split up all over the place. Maybe they'll mosey over here eventually. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Very nice drama queen. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Well, I'm not sure if you can hear him now or not there, Velvet, but I'll turn on my mic and maybe the birds will make some noise for you. Jeez, I turn on my mic and they shut up. What's up with that? Make some noise, birds.
Oh, oh.
Hey, Shotgun, could you mute yourself every time somebody posts something that has that dinging sound? It's annoying me.
All right, I'll do it.
You could just turn off your notifications, Shotgun. That's what I do. I can't take that. If I don't turn them off on my phone, it aggravates the life out of me. But either way, it's fine.
I muted myself. Can you still hear him?
No.
Okay.
Bottom teeth is so bad off. Work on it, we'll see it. Richard, are you still here?
I'm still here.
I got a question. We're sitting here talking about. I have this little HP mini laptop, and I had got it a few years back, and then I'd got a bigger one, and so I just had that one set up. The cord didn't work right, so I just put it up, and I had got this one. Well, so I ended up ordering a cord for it for like $6 online, and where it had sat so long, it was real slow. I guess it needed to have the updates installed in it because it said the last updates were like 2014. But anyways, the question I have, my son had got it the other night and was going to use it, and he comes in here and says, "Oh, Mom, look, the screen's broke." And it's not actually like physically broke. The plasma or whatever that stuff on the screen is like, it's got a crack that goes down it, and it's like split in half, the plasma. And I'm wondering, they tell me that you can get a new screen for them, and I'm wondering how hard would it be to change that?
It's not so hard. There's some wires. You could just take it to the shop. They wouldn't charge you that much. Basically, that part that flips up, you just take a few screws off, connect the wires, screw it back together, and you got a brand new screen. It wouldn't be that hard. I'm not sure. I guess the problem is that the cost of that screen might be, even close to, 65% of the price of a brand new, much better laptop. So I don't know if you want to, really spend the money on a screen instead of maybe just buy a whole new machine.
Yeah, I saw Walmart has a nice laptop, and it's just like $219. I thought about getting me one of those and just trying it out.
Right. There you go. It probably costs you at least that much to put a new screen on an old laptop.
Sometimes you can find things pretty cheap on eBay and places, though.
Well, that's a good point. If you bought like a used model that was the same and then just took the screen off it, I guess you could do that too. You might even be able to go to a computer, parts store and find a used screen that you could buy for cheap too.
The cable guy that hooked up my cable when he was explaining to me how everything worked, he said that I can bring any computer over there and they'll fix anything wrong with it for $25. And I'm thinking, that don't really sound possible. But maybe it's where I pay.
He might mean that he'll charge you $25 to fix it plus the cost of the parts. I don't think he means everything.
Yeah. Maybe it's like where I pay the cable bill, and that's just included in with it. I don't know what the deal is, but I thought about taking this one over there and having him overhaul it.
Yeah, why not? If it's still working, you still like the operating system, it's fast enough for you, yeah, go ahead and fix it up.
Yeah, I like this laptop. It's pretty good when it's a HP Pavilion. I like it.
Yeah, that's a good model. The only thing is, in like older computers, is eventually, the new stuff won't work with a really old operating system.
Yeah, I have a problem right now with it. I can't do that rabbit. That rabbit, whatever that is that everybody goes to and chats.
Uh-huh.
I can't do that on here. It says that something I got doesn't. I can't think of what it said, but I can't do it.
Right.
Trading something or something.
Yeah, it's kind of how they force people to buy new computers, is they just make the new stuff not work with the old operating systems.
Yeah, that's what it is. Something here is not compatible with the rabbit or something. I can't remember what.
Right.
It wasn't too long ago that we were working off of floppy disks.
Yeah.
Amen. Well, I don't know about that. It kind of was a long time ago, like 20 years now, isn't it? More.
Well, I'll be right back, guys. My friend's leaving, and I'm going to walk her out and stuff.
All right.
Hey, Richard. I hear rice burners.
Buddy, good morning. What's up?
What's up, man? Pouring down rain here, storming again. Can you hear me, Richard?
I can. It's in the low 80s. The birds are chirping. I got my door open, and it's fantastic here.
Storming every fucking day here, man. Pouring down rain, lightning, and thundering outside right now again. I've never seen nothing like this, man.
The ground all saturated, and people are starting to worry about flooding and all.
No.
Well, that's good. As long as the ground sucks it up, you're okay.
It'll never flood in this area.
Yeah, I'm not all that hot on rain. It just kind of makes me wet when I go out to my car, and I don't like it.
Come on, Richard. Rain never hurt anybody.
Yeah, if it just rained at night while I was sleeping, I wouldn't care.
But you know what?
What's the latest news? Did you how's your job going, Shotgun?
Oh man, fucking busy today. I personally sold 13 firearms. 5 of them were compacts to women.
You're going to see more and more of that, even though, you know, everybody said because Obama was trying to fuck with the Second Amendment, that's why gun sales were up. That's not really, that's not the whole story.
Yeah.
But that had a little bit to do with it. But
you know what?
People are just sick and tired.
Before the election, these gun manufacturers beefed up their production.
That's right. They had to. Supply and demand.
Mm-hmm. We had maybe about 200 of the Sig Sauer. It's a 380 compact. They're called the Model 320, which is what the military just made a contract with, and we put them on sale because we had so many of them for like maybe about $50 off, and then you got a rebate from Sig Sauer for like $75. We sold out of them within 2 days.
Wow. What is the replacement? Are they still, I hadn't been up on all that lately, but so what is the replacement for the original Remington 870?
Well, that tactical shotgun is still very popular.
I bet it is. Best motherfucking pump shotgun that was ever made.
It's used by law enforcement, but by military. There's a standard 870 that goes for like about $400 or $500. Then you can get the extended barrel with the ghost Skypes, and that can go for another $100.
I had an original Remington 870. My daddy got it when he was 16 years old, full choke. Mm-hmm. I never lost a turkey shoot with that. I never lost a skeet shoot with that. Never,
it's
ever.
A fine weapon. It really is a fine gun.
with that full choke, you drop a dime down through it, it'll catch it at the end of the barrel there. And you talking about keeping your shot together, man. Just a well-made. I can't think of the way the drop was, the way it felt, the way it fit in your shoulder, the way you.
Well, that's the whole point. Did he have an 18-inch barrel on that?
Wow, I can't remember. It was
well.
long.
The whole thing with that is it would, because of the shorter barrel. I mean, it's such a great tactical weapon that you don't have to. You work in close quarters. You don't have to worry about the swing, and the fact that you don't even have to bring it up to your shoulder. It's sort of like a pump and shot.
Right. I just know that I had Brownings made in Belgium. The real.
Oh, that's great.
I had
I had the gold. That I have one too, and that's such a great weapon. You know where they're made now? Brownings, China.
Yeah, but I had a golden anniversary 12 gauge made in Belgium, and then my father had one. Everything he had was top notch, man. All the way back to the stuff he had from World War II, P-38.
The finest shotgun made today, in my opinion, is the Benelli Super Black Eagle.
Yeah, but how much is that?
About $1,500.
Yeah, that's a pretty. Yeah, you are right. If you got that extra, yeah. But you know what, shotgun, I will have to say this: all the remakes of the originals, they're real good, and for the most part, pretty much the same, shotgun or rifle. But I don't know, man. Something about the originals were just a little. You could just tell the difference, man.
Yep, absolutely.
And all the way down to, even the wood they were using on the stock and the pump mechanism. Just not the same, quality.
Right. No, I own two shotguns. One is a Browning made in Belgium, 12 gauge.
Right.
And the other one's the Super Black Eagle. The two finest shotguns I've ever owned.
Yeah, man. Those Brownings made in Belgium, they shoot fine. It's just, if I was in competition, I'd always grab that 870.
Absolutely. I saw a lot of the Remington 870s, a ton of them.
Hey, what are they doing in the automatic skeet throwing world nowadays? Have you had time to look around to see what they're selling in that category? Or
yeah, well, we all have Benelli's, Frankie's, even some high-end Remingtons that meet that bill. Even do you know the company called Weatherby?
Yes.
They even make a good shotgun.
Yeah, they do. I was just wondering, as far as skeet shoot, in the old days when it first started out, you had the your manual throwers, and then they came out with the automatic throwers. But now I figured by now they had it where you could store a whole bunch inside the unit itself, and it just kept grabbing them.
You know what I used to do? I used to buy one of these mechanical clay shooters, mantled to a tire, and then take the cord and wrap it around my ankle, my right ankle.
Right.
And I jerk it back.
Yeah. Well, you had to do what you had to do back then. You always wanted to have somebody with you,
Yeah.
Usually, but yeah, man, that's what we had to do back then.
Hey, buddy, as long as I got you on the fucking line here.
Yeah.
Would you mind adding me to your panel every once in a while?
Have you not been added?
No, the last couple of days I haven't.
Well, okay, if you were at work or whatever, so some shit went down or whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that You know.
Yeah, it probably wasn't wasn't done on purpose. You know.
No, I know that. I'm just saying that the omission. You know.
Hey, is Denise coming back in a minute, or is she here, or where's she?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I enjoyed being on your panel. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I appreciate it, Shotgun. We probably ain't gonna do this much longer.
Really?
No, it's too much bullshit, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Too much bullshit. Man, I'm telling you what, it has been at least 2 months. The longest consecutive non-storm day, I'm going to say, was 3 days, maybe 4 in the last 2 months. Other than that, almost every day, major lightning, thunderstorm, pouring down rain. Doing it right now. I've never seen nothing like it.
I'm right down the road from you, so I understand what you're saying.
Right. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Not this consistent.
I don't ever remember that here, ever. And I grew up in this area. I mean, I went out and about into the world for a long time, but I don't ever remember this, ever. Yeah, it's rather strange, I will say. I mean, this is what most people would say is the rainy season, but never this consecutive, this.
Right.
I mean, just how does it even happen like that? Unless you're fucking in a tropical environment like Hawaii, Philippines, or maybe where Richard, or, you know, it's not normal, man. Not for 2 months straight.
Well, I can remember back in 2011 when we were hitting 100 degrees for many days, but never storms like this. No, not 2011. Let's say it was 15 or something like that.
Right. Hey, have you seen Dave Simpson?
I haven't talked to him for a while.
All right. Yeah, I need to talk to him. You see him, tell him I need to talk to him.
As you may gather, I'm trying to stay out of all sorts of controversies. That's why I come to your.
What's been going on?
You're cutting to the quick here, getting rid of fucking people that want to trigger you.
Wait a minute, you lost me. What's been going on?
Well, I'm just saying. I got a mouthful of potato salad.
No, I just wondered if you'd seen Dave Simpson.
No, I haven't.
All right.
I've seen him, but I haven't talked to him.
Oh, when'd you see him? Did you see him today?
Yeah, today.
Oh, okay. Where'd you see him at?
On your chat.
Oh, on my chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sleeping. I just got up. Yeah, I didn't know you weren't at it, as a matter of fact, Shotgun. Just so you know, I don't even, you know, I'm not doing
Hello? Hello?
Hey, what are you doing, girl?
I'm back. I had company. I didn't get up out of the bed till 5 o'clock this evening.
Is it storming there, Denise?
It looks like it's getting ready to. It's dark it's dark anyway, but the sky looks dark.
I'm telling you, man, 2 fucking months consecutive.
I know.
I think we had 3 days that it didn't.
I've never seen weather like this. Never.
So,
seen storms and stuff.
I was just going to ask you how everything's been going. I'm just getting up. I stayed up shit practically all night. So I laid down for a little while.
I was up till probably 4:30 as usual. But, you know, shit happened yesterday that upset me really bad. And I was even thinking about leaving YouTube. And I thought, fuck, I'm not letting that motherfucker get me down. You know, I've got the right to chat here on YouTube just the same as anyone else.
Yeah. I'm surprised you hadn't been getting messages left and right, actually.
Yeah, I had a few messages whenever I got up, believe that.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to ignore that bullshit, buddy, and I'm going to continue doing what I like to do. I like to run streams, and I'm going to do it. If people don't want to be here, they don't have to be here. If they do, then come on, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm just tired of I mean, I'll tell you in that one hangout we have what's been going on. I don't really want to get more trouble started. You know, I don't want to be like saying stuff in front of everybody.
Now, what hangout are you talking about?
Crystal will tell you.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I just don't want to say it in front of everybody. I don't want to start more trouble. You know me, buddy. I try to stay neutral.
Yeah, but let me tell you something, Denise, that I've learned from doing this. You can't stay neutral. What you got to do is you got to do what you know is, you know. In other words, if you got two-faced pieces of shit going around starting shit, saying shit, ulterior motives, ulterior agendas, you got to do what you got to do. And if, you know, I look at it like this, you know, no offense towards anybody, but you're dealing with the bottom of the fucking barrel most of the time on here, if you know what I mean. I mean, think about it. 90% of these motherfuckers ain't got a life. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yep, I agree with that.
I'm going to tell you, I mean, you know me, I try to start each day new. And I try my best to not hold grudges. But I'm going to tell you what that Tread guy done. He went too fucking far, dude. And, and I'm hoping that shit's going to backfire on him. He's going to soon find out that he's not going to have a fucking friend left because everybody's going to be too scared that he's going to do that same shit to them.
I want to know the reason I'm kind of trying to get up with you, because the stream was still running. I had to lay down. I think Crystal did too, you know. So I'm just trying to get up on what place is. But as far as Dave Simpson, for me, and I will say this in front of everybody, when I run a stream, that motherfucker ain't coming back either. That's a fucking two-faced piece of shit. He's over there at Gorn. They're fucking making fun of me, him and Mojave. I've been knowing Mojave 2 years too, right? Mojave had never agreed with Trump. He hates Trump, blah, blah. Same dog shit, different day. And they're over there talking about Ron Wyatt and every fucking motherfucking thing I ever said, you know, about everything, giggling with Gorin.
I'm surprised to hear that. You know, buddy, I'm surprised to hear that. Hold on a second.
I'm just tired of the two-faced fucking piece of shit. Fucking get real or get the fuck out.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm surprised about Mojave. I mean, he was.
I've been knowing Mojave as long as you, Shotgun. Have you ever talked to Mojave?
He's a corpsman.
I know who he is. He's a fucked up corpsman too.
Interesting.
Yeah. I've been knowing him 2 years myself.
Yeah.
He runs on both sides of the fence. He's a yellow belly sapsucker. That's what he is. Yeah, he's another two-faced piece of shit.
I did wake up this morning about 8, and I went over there and was lurking on Gorin's stream, and I saw a few people that I would consider hour chatters.
Right.
We're over there talking, and then did you see the shit where Gorin posted that picture that's supposed to be Ray? And
yep.
I don't know what Gorin's agenda is, but I don't.
And they couldn't wait to come over to Crystal's stream and tell me before I could click the button and ban the motherfucker. So Amaro came over and goes, Gorin showing a pic of you, Buddy, and Ray. Blah, da, 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 da.
Well, Amaro.
So what you got to do, Denise, is exactly what you said. But I can tell you right now, you can't run one of these streams without mods.
Yeah, I'll add them here. I just got started just about an hour ago or something.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about
your stream. I don't know what happened. I had just woke up and had just been on your stream 10 minutes, and there was some kind of documentary or something playing. I don't know what that was, and all of a sudden, boom. And I bet if Crystal goes and looks at her channel, I bet it was a copyright violation or something, because remember the other day when my stream ended at 6 hours? That's what happened to me. I think YouTube shut it down.
Right. Well, who? Say that one more time. Crystal's asking me something, Denise.
I went on. He just like.
Oh, somebody was playing the Quran on Crystal's channel.
I don't know what it was. It was showing somebody with a wire slitting their own throat or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Well,
But,
that's what happens when you don't. Yeah, when you don't stay attentive. Well, you know, so for me, so it's getting down to the, you know, throat slicing, you know, doxing, pictures, extortion and blackmail to you. Yesenia is all fucked up. She's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, her and her redheaded peckerhead husband.
I told her that she tried to start with me, buddy, and I just told her I wasn't having it. I wasn't going to hear of it.
It doesn't surprise me.
She wants. Yeah. She can call me every bitch and wench that she wants to, and I'm not going to bite. All she's doing is trying to troll me, and I'm not taking the bait. I'm not biting.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. She couldn't answer one of my fucking questions, but she wants to come over and, you know, like.
And we all know that it was not. She's even saying that I sniped her. Like, I did not snipe her. We all know that. I didn't do no sniping.
After what she did to me, I really couldn't give a fuck.
I mean, I'm just not biting that shit. You know, that's what she's trying to do is troll me, and I'm not biting.
Yeah, just so you know, Dave Simpson's a real piece of shit. He's not coming back to my stream, and I noticed he was in your thing there. Just so you know, I took him out just now. He's a real piece of shit. He's the one fucking starting about 90% of this fucking shit anyway. Private messaging everybody all the fucking time. Ronan's another one. Fuck Ronan. Okay, Ronan comes over there. Packy tries to talk to him. I'm not even in the hangout. I'm not hanging around. You got to remember something, Denise. I don't know how long actually you've been coming in here with.
Not long, maybe 3 or 4 months.
Didn't Packy kind of tell you about the stream or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, he brought me on about 3 or 4 months ago to maybe a month before Armando quit or something.
Yeah, right. So you're coming in on the tail end of a year and a half.
Yeah. And I try to stay out of it. I try to stay as neutral as I can because I know you guys have history.
Yeah. So, you know, you got all that going on. And then, of course, to get their way, once they learn details like, you know, Ronan's asking you questions about, so whose stream is this? Blah, blah, blah. Your first mistake is ever answering a question from the stupid son of a bitches. It's none of their goddamn business. If you like it here, come here. If you don't, get the fuck out. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Don't ask me details about what I'm doing. Go ahead. You go.
Go ahead and talk, buddy. I had to.
I thought you had somebody at the door. I'm sorry, but
yeah, go ahead. My dogs are just barking at something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I just thought I'd tell you that. But see, won't nobody private message me? They fucking know better. You know what I mean? They already know I know what the real game is and what the truth is. So see, they don't try that shit on me. But they'll private message. They'll come up and try to say, I don't know what's wrong with Buddy. He's really losing it lately, blah, 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 while they're running their fucking game and all their dog shit. You know what I mean? But anyway. But Grizz came up and talked. I think he had a problem with, I swear to you, man, I must have played music for, I don't know how long, man. Everything was going great. All the scum was out. Everybody was happy. They were dancing in the YouTube, but I don't know what happened after I laid down, but it amazed me. And then basically just one little thing happened. I forgot exactly what it was. Grizz had a problem with Bright Star, and then next thing you hear is, you know, Grizz needs to talk to Crystal, and he wants to make sure that. I say, Grizz, what do we need to do? And you know. See, every person's going to have their own thing to tell you exactly what you should do, what you shouldn't do, who should have a ranch, their side of the story. 90% of the time, it's just bullshit.
Yeah. I like we was talking. I haven't been here that long, but I've met a lot of people I like, and so I'm just going to try to.
Yeah, your regulars are real good. I mean, you know, everybody's had their little disputes, but you know. Everybody's that heated debate. I can't think of one person that hasn't. But then you got these certain characters that have just been allowed over and over and over and over. You can ask Richard, for example, or Shotgun, how long was LeSurge allowed to come back and do his same dog shit? 6 months, 8 months? I mean, it was every fucking day.
That guy's nuts.
Whenever he was there. So you got these certain characters that have just, you know, and then you always got somebody going, oh, I like LeSurge, you know, I mean, you know, this, that, and the other. Yeah, but nobody else does. And you can't, nobody else can talk.
It's like I met LeSurge and I feel like I know him, I guess, where we've chatted so much. And it's like I really like the guy, except for a few faults he has. And
Right.
it's like I wanted to keep giving him chance after chance, but God, I'm just done with that guy, man. How many chances
Denise,
have I gave him?
I've heard him say that he would like to see a nuclear bomb hit America.
Well, did you hear what he said about that baseball game the other day?
No.
No.
Someone asked him on Gorin's panel how he felt when he heard the news about the shooting at the baseball game. And he said, do you really want me to answer it honestly? And I'm like, yeah, man, yeah. Well, if you really want to know, I was just happy that more Americans were dead. And I'm like, oh my God, that guy is sick.
Jamila's saying the same shit here lately about America and how shitty America is, and everybody's.
That guy really shocked me. I always thought he was laid back and quiet and easygoing. He's crazy too.
Well, you got to remember something. As I said, 90% of these people don't have a life. He's sitting there collecting a fucking check, popping pills. Okay. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
You know, like, okay, I have never said that about him, right? And you did. I know, it's like, I've never said it, but you did. So how come he gets out and tells every fucking body that it was me that said it, when you're the one clearly saying it, you and Ray? I've never said it.
They won't come to me. They're little pansy pussies. So they're going to have to go to you once they find out details. Oh, well, Denise talks about it. Denise talks about it, or Richard talks about it. That they'll go tell them, see.
Yeah. You know, I have never said that about him. Clearly, I wouldn't say it because, you know, I've got a history with that, you know, and
I got one question for you, Denise. But do you give a flying fuck?
Well, no, but it just burns me up sometimes the way people act.
Well,
but I'm learning. My skin grows thicker every day because, you know, if this video shit from Tread had happened to me when I first started chatting here, I would never have came back. But, you know, I laid and I thought about it. I thought, well, fuck him. This is going to backfire on him because all of my friends are going to hate him for doing that to me. Right. It's going to backfire.
Right. Well, I've watched so many good people come to Armando's chat and say, I'm not going to be around this shit. Appreciate the invite, but I'm not staying around this shit. So see, if you don't keep the scum out, the decent people's not even gonna. Yeah,
you're right. And in a perfect world, we would be able to run a stream, and everybody that you know, the old Armando group, everybody would be here.
Yeah.
But when you got people like Rosie, let's say Rosie, for instance, who are willing to snipe me out of Gorin's stream just for a faggot like Gorin, fuck her, man.
You gotta remember who Rose is. She's friends with all the people that we're having a problem with, D-Back and all those people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never had a problem with her, right?
They hate America. You gotta understand that.
When I met you, and you know the way I look at it, if she doesn't even know that faggot Gorin, if she's willing to suck his ass and snipe me from a stream, fuck her. I don't want nothing to do with her.
Nah, I've never had a problem
with D-Back. He's a fucking dumbass that only talks about farts and shits, and he ain't even funny. I mean, who would let him stay over at Gorin's?
I like to cut. I'm not one to gossip. I like to attack my issues, and that's why I'm looking for Dave right now. But you see, he won't come around when I'm here because he knows what he did. See. So I'm tired of his two-faced bullshit for about, the second year.
Well, I didn't know what had, like I heard you saying that you were looking for him. I just got on, like maybe right before Crystal's stream went off. I just came on, and I haven't even lurked over at Gorin's today. Right. I didn't get up till 5, so I don't know what Dave did. But if, the way I look at it is I don't go to Gorin's and backstab you. I don't go there and backstab any fucking body. You know, I'm not a backstabbing person. If Dave went over there and was making fun of you, that's just wrong. He should come to you.
I mean, why? Nobody's even saying nothing to him.
He should come to you and say his business.
Yeah, well, he runs with Mojob because he knows Mojob thinks that shit's funny, and he knows Mojob feels the same way about, you know, political, religious.
You know, if he's planning on never being your friend again and never coming back to your stream, that's one thing. But you know, usually Dave will go away for a few days and you'll come right back.
Well, let me tell you something. I would, in other words, you're not going to have a true friend. Your whole life, you're not going to have but a handful of friends anyway. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
So these people aren't your fucking friends. They're just trying to get what they want. That's all it is.
I'm typing out there with Crystal, so it's hard for me to multitask. But I know where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from. You're right. You only will have.
See, I don't go around elements that I despise, and that's why I don't go to Gorns at all. I don't give a fuck what they do on Gorns. I already know whatever it is, it's going to be filthy, nasty, fucking trailer trash, fucking faggot, queer bullshit.
Yeah, and you know what? Goran told me that he was the one that put Tread up to doing that video about me.
Of course. Why would Tread just do it on his own? Somebody had to. You know. Why did yes Nia do what she did? Because she's getting messages. Let
me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, like Tread, I've known him for a little over a year, and so he comes here, and I think you and him didn't hit it off or something. He said something that you didn't like, and I think you and him had problems, right? Yeah. So I still hadn't had any problems with him.
Well, I already knew Tread.
So why did he make the video about you? Why did he make the video about me? What the hell did I do?
Well, because do you want to know the truth?
I mean, it's like you ban them from your channel and they make a video about me. I don't understand that.
You don't? You want me to straighten that one out for you?
Yeah, I just don't get that.
They're low-life trailer trash pieces of shit that they're not going to come to me because they know they're going to get their fucking ass whipped. So they're gonna go to a weak, what they consider a weak female, and they're gonna bully her to get what they want.
Yeah, I mean, Goran actually told me that he would have Tread take the video down if I would take your wrench away, give him a wrench, and let him ban you 9 million. And he like put this big long number on there, like it was 20 numbers that many times. I mean, what the fuck? He's going to try to do something like that over 12 viewers? Yep.
Well, let me ask you in another way.
That's low life.
Do you think you have friends on here, Denise?
Yeah, a few.
Well, okay, that's a fair statement. There's a few pretty decent people. But these other people that run around and go where the wind blows all the time, whatever suits them, fancy and what's good for them in the moment. That even in real life, you know that they're no one's friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm starting to weed them out. Yeah. You know, I try to give everybody a fair shot, but yeah.
And if you look at it in the right way, what will help you if you will.
Okay, like Yesnia come on there and wrote me a message about hang on, I'll just open it up and I'll use it. Review.
Yeah, and the only reason I'm even talking to you right now, I just woke up, so I just, you know, when all this first started, you know, I'd go to sleep, right, and I'd get up, and all of a sudden, Roan and Uncle, everybody would I wouldn't even be awake. I'd be sitting here drinking coffee. Whoa, stop, and I'd ask them, stop. Same thing with D-Beck. I don't know what the problem is. Let me eat my sandwich, man. They won't wait. They don't give a fuck about your sandwich. They don't care that you just got up. They don't even care that you don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
You see.
But, she says, I don't give a fuck. LaSurge is harmless internet fag. Y'all could have sniped him, not me. You all. Now, see, that's a blanket statement because I didn't snipe any fucking one.
Well, they're going to.
She said that I threw her under the bus. How did I throw her under the bus, buddy? What did I tell you about her? Nothing. I didn't say anything about yes.
You haven't talked to me about anything to do with her. Nothing.
Fucking got shit twisted. She says that. She says she asked me. Okay, yeah, she mentioned Tex-Mex, and I said I don't care, because at that point I was so upset because she was adding all those people to her stream that she knew that was not going to get along
Well,
with
why
me.
is she asking you anyway? She fucking is. She's been there. She knows what the fuck. She runs with her little Mexicans and shit. I don't know what her problem is. Why is she asking you anything? She fucking knows more than you do. She knows what Tex-Mex has done.
Yeah,
She's
and
just
I was
running
just
her
like,
own little two-faced game.
it's like they was adding all these people to the hangout, and I was like, "Oh God, there's going to be trouble." So she asked me about that. I was like, "Well, I don't care, you know." He called me a hoe yesterday, but whatever. And you know, so here Tex-Mex comes in, starts cussing me all to hell, and I just lay it. And then today I wake up to these messages that, you know, I need. I'm a bitch. I'm a wench. I'm an old ass hoe.
Just so you know.
Whatever. No better than Tex-Mex, in my opinion.
You know, yes, it is a sweet little girl and everything, but
That's sweet.
What I was going to tell you was, she's got a little angel voice. She talks sweet, and you know, it's just like anybody else on here if they get triggered. But I mean, you know, I've seen her like, you know, fucking wow, you know, over like religious stuff and debates with people, and that's amazing. She says that about Lysurge is harmless because, you know, and then it's okay for her husband to snipe Ronan out just because Ronan says something about Christianity. And so her husband snipes Ronan out of a fucking hangout. That shit's okay, you know. So it's okay whatever they do, but anything you do, it's not okay. And then they're inviting the same scum. Here's what I wanted to tell you. I really don't care, you know, who hears me to say it anymore, because I want them all to know that, you know.
Yeah, I don't care either. I want to run the stream the way I want to run the stream. And if they don't like it, they don't have to come.
Right. But
Just
everybody, you were there. Everybody unanimously voted on several different issues to try to have a stream that decent people wanted to come and hang out. I'll give examples. Archie, Brian, Sazzy, I could go on and on. I you know what? I never invited the people that I know to the stream just because of all this drama. That's exactly why I've never invited them. And as far as Tread thinking that he knows these people and he brought them all here, see, he got his ass handed to him on a plate. I've known those people 5 times longer than he. So he thought he was going to bring his little artillery and his military buddies and his Fox News people down, and he was going to clean house and fucking show everybody he's a badass motherfucker. But
she's stupid. He's a pussy if I ever seen one. He probably beats his wife. If
the panel was full.
That disrespects women like that, fuck, he ain't no fucking man.
So I don't know why Yesenia is asking anybody, because she was on the panel too. Actually, I can't remember. But there were like 10 of us on the panel. We all said, you know what? We're all just tired of this shit. Let's take a vote right now on what we're going to do. Everybody knew it. Everybody made the decisions, not me. Everybody put their little vote in. And so we pursued to do those things. That was the day that Richard came in and said, you know, I'm bringing the drama and all that stuff. When really Richard came in on the tail end of, we're taking out the trash today, and there was a lot of arguing and fighting going on. So I can understand his misinterpretation of all that stuff. Because if I came in on all that, I was like, what the fuck is his problem? So, you know, but it wasn't me. We all decided what we were going to do. Get the scum out, have a decent place for people to come and hang out, you know. So, and then everybody starts running their own game. They get private messages. You know, everybody's trying to get their way, run around, pulling their little games, going over to the left, saying totally opposite shit that they say over here. Everybody's playing everybody. Some people are a player. Some people wants all the girls as private messages. And so, you know, 2 years of it, you know, Denise, I kind of know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so, but I want you to remember this. Before Mando left, I was just like them. I was just another person going to the bar. And I could slap around and blame the stream owner and wonder why that people were allowing this and allowing all that. But, you know, it changed for me when we tried to run a stream. Then you get blamed for everything instead of just
Hank,
arguing.
you did one thing right. A stream owner is a thankless job.
Thankless job. They don't give a shit. They're just trying to get what they want. And there's a problem with that. So for me, it's a disconnect now. I really don't care. That I do want people to tell me if there's something going on. I'm not saying that, but that's just like Grizz came in. Let's see. Well, right before I laid down, and I think he has had a problem. Well, actually, the more I thought about it, quite some time with Bright Star. And Bright Stars, got a rich.
I saw in the hangout today that Grizz said that Richard told him not to come back to Buddy's stream, and then then Richard was right over there or something. Well, I was listening to Gorn's stream last night. I was over there lurking, and I heard Grizz say a little bit more than that
Right.
about Buddy.
Right.
What I said was Grizz was whining that every time he comes to the chat room, they mute him, they snipe him, and he can't make his point. And I said, well, if that's the truth, just stop going there. That's what I actually said.
But he was trying to make it. He was trying to twist it, Richard, as if he was trying to make somebody mad at you.
But see, it's not really, Denise, about what Richard said or what Grizz said.
No. But Grizz was trying to play a game, and I caught him right in it because I heard what he said over there, and he said way more than that on Gordon's stream. He was talking. He said that anytime he disagreed with Buddy or talked about Trump, he got sniped, and that's why he retaliated and started sniping everybody. That's just not true. I've heard people disagree about Trump and not get sniped. That's just foolish talk.
Well, hence I've been, talking to Ronan for what, a year and a half? Fuck, he's the biggest Trump hater there is on it. But anyway.
Oh my God, Ronan can go on and on and on about Trump. He just he runs it to the ground.
Well, okay, and these stories go on and on, but long story short, so when all that shit happened with Yesenia, so look, man, the Grizz thing and Richard thing, look, Grizz is going to say what he's going to say. It's just never, every person that comes on here, how the
drama.
You know how it goes. There's always two sides to every story and blah and this and that. And you start to kind of know from repetitious things, But anyway, wow. So the stories go on a day. But Ronan, so he took that situation that happened at Yesnia's, and he couldn't wait to come over and jape the living shit out of us with his own agenda. He waits for a dispute, and then he's going to get your ass back with that dispute one way or the other. He's going to get in there and, he's going to run with the other side.
Drama queen.
Yeah. It's never ending, man. It's just, more stories, different day. But, I'll tell you something that I did think was funny as hell. Richard, Grimm, don't you? The guy Grimm, well, he's had 2 or 3 names actually.
Grizz?
You know what I'm talking about?
Grizz London?
No, not Grizz. Okay, so he's changed his name a couple of times in his avatars. But Grimm was his name. He's a guy that goes to Hank's a few times. Used to go to Kayla's all the time. And
I might know him vaguely, but those like the Kayla circle, those aren't. I know of them and talked to him a few times, so they're not really my friends.
Anyway, he handed there wasn't anything running, and I sat there and watched him. Boy, did he own LaSurge. I mean, he and that's a guy that'll hand your ass to you on a plate. But anyway, everything LaSurge did, I mean, he just. And Grizz and Hank and everybody, they were just fucking. Anyway, that was something to see, for a change. But anyway, I'm just getting up. I just wanted to get up on the latest. And
well, okay, here's the way I look at something. Like this stream, like you're saying, is a never-ending drama. So, I get pissed off sometimes too, buddy. I do. Sometimes I get really upset. But you don't see me going over at Gorin's and talking about you like a dog because, tomorrow I'll probably want to come back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're ever planning on coming back, you should maybe just talk to the person you're mad at and try to work things out instead of going somewhere and talking about them like a dog where it's going to get back to them.
Yeah, when you keep these certain individuals out, everybody gets along, they dance around, you play a little bit of music, everybody gets up on the panel. It's usually a good time. Wait a minute. I'm just now, let me pull this up. I thought I just saw, well, look, hold on. Time out just a minute. What you doing, baby girl?
Hi, Star.
She must have a bad signal or something. But yeah. So I know. Look, it's never ending. Wow, man. You don't know how bad I want to get past this and just run a decent stream. But, anyway, it's never ending, and for me, it's not even about going over one place and whether I say anything or not. I just don't even go the other place. For me. There's nothing over there that intrigues me. So,
Yeah, I wish that like Mando, he had a gift. He could keep everybody together. It seemed like you'd get mad and stay away a day or two, and then you come back. He had
really
that,
did.
but I don't know. I don't know how to make things work out.
Right. Well, I'll tell you something about Mando too. Try to say something about one of his family members and watch what happens.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that I disagree with you, buddy. I'm not saying that at all. Because
No, I'm saying
when
I'm saying he had his borderlines too. In other words, he did.
Out of all the people I've chatted with, you and Crystal have never said anything or done me wrong. Never. And there's a lot of people that haven't that I get along with that maybe you don't. And sometimes I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I get upset. But you don't see me going over there and talking about you like a dog.
Right. Okay.
And you won't see me doing that. If I have a problem, I'll talk to you about it.
Right.
And
Hey,
that's
Star,
how friends are supposed to get along.
Right. Is your mic working, Star?
What up, buddy?
Man, my God. So look, you really do know your music. I just wanted to say that to you.
Oh, yeah. I love me some music.
Telling you, man, that was good. But anyway, I really enjoyed that where everybody just, asked for a song and all of that. But I mean, so if there's a panel, I don't ever do it, or if somebody comes on the panel, but man, it makes for a good, not all the time, but it's kind of nice to have, go on there and play some music and stuff.
Yeah.
So how hot is it there, Star, right now?
Well, buddy, the sun just set. Thank God.
Yeah, I bet.
It's just so humid.
I know. That's why I'm always asking, because I know how humid it is there all the time.
You working tonight, Star?
Yeah. I get off at 10, though.
While Star's up here, I'll tell you something unique about her. You there, Denise?
Yeah.
I don't care where Star goes. She's never played nobody's game. She is who she is. You know what I mean? There's just certain people on here that's what I consider real and down to earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's just a little bit of a flirt, though. Do you agree or disagree?
That's a great thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But I kind of, do that too. I mean, but it's all good. But yeah, Denise, I just, because I just woke up, I stayed up just about all night.
I only flirt with 2 people. Hold on, I got a customer.
Okay. But yeah, Denise, so I'm basically just touching base with you because when you get up, you got to be careful because there's been, private messages, everybody's had issues, and you get blamed for everything. I just didn't know what the latest was. That's all. Yeah, but I don't know why they did that to you. But they just did it to Ray too, I guess, and me. Well, I don't know. I didn't look, but other people were.
Well, just in case that Gord is listening, you're not getting a wrench, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, the game.
Away.
Well, they're never going to stop their dick dastardly.
Oh my! Shut up.
How many dogs you got, Denise?
3, and I think that they heard a mouse fart.
Well, yeah, well, that don't surprise. Chihuahuas, right?
Yeah, I got 3 of them. I only had 2, and then my outside dog had puppies, and there was this one that I couldn't get rid of, so I took him in, and that made 3. I wasn't ever going to get any more. But, you know, sometimes shit happens.
Who the fuck do I flirt with, shit gun?
I think that number 1 is Dan.
So?
I can't recall who number 2 is.
Me? She flirts with me
I
sometimes.
flirt with Denise and Crystal.
Okay.
Man,
Well, there you go then.
I'll be glad when I get added to that list, man. She's
I
hot.
flirt with Buddy.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. It's more than a flirt with me. It hits me deep, man. I almost can't maintain.
What are you doing? Call me shit gun anyhow.
Oh, I'm just fucking with you, shitty.
Man, your clones are going to go down in history, shotgun. Now, I've had some real good ones too. You know, have you ever seen my clones?
No.
No.
Huge fat guy with just ripples and ripples of a belly sitting there, and he's looking, you know, and he's on a computer, you know. But anyway, the trolls, man, they come up with some really classic clones, man. But yeah, I was just touching base with everybody because I didn't know all the stuff. But
I think
yeah,
I might
I'd like
make
to
me a
talk-
fake one now.
Yeah, well, you know, most people I had a couple or whatever just in case something bad was, you know, the stream war stuff and all that.
Y'all are gonna know mine if you see a weenie Houdini. That's gonna be me.
That's a good one.
Cool.
Our
cool.
our clitoris secrets.
Oh, I
Clitoris.
Our incredible edible legs.
Oh,
Incredible.
that's a good one too.
Hey, let me. Speaking of edible, is anybody? Or look, I'm not asking anything personal. I'm just saying in general. I remember when they came out with edible panties. Did y'all ever see those?
Yeah, they have them like, you know, the candy necklaces with the beads on them or whatever. You got to bite off the string.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have those kind too, and they also have kinds that are like Twizzlers.
Really? Wow.
Twizzlers panties?
No, they were
Yeah.
edible panties. In other words, in different flavors and stuff, man.
I like wearing the red ones on my period.
Oh, great.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Too much for me.
Crazy.
Well, yeah. See, no, that's okay. I won't get into that. But anyway, yeah, none of that stuff ever
I'm
bothered me.
joking.
So I just didn't know. I was touching base. I know there's so
It's hard to joke because people are like, "You're such a whore," and I'm only joking. They don't know my personality and shit.
No, I understand. I understand you.
I'm like, whatever.
the first time I talked to you, I knew. Look, Star, you got to remember something. My whole life has been in bars 5-6 nights a week. You know, so in other words, it's kind of who. In other words, I like real people. You know, I mean, for me, it's like every time I walked in a bar, once we ran a circuit, like down the East Coast or whatever, the second time you play in the bar, you know, everybody knows you. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
just real with each other. And I kind of like it like that, actually. But anyway.
Yeah, I know, but
Well, and here lately, Star, everybody's kind of probably been on pins and needles anyway. Everybody's running around trying to
yeah, I see that shit.
Yeah, 90% of the people you meet on multiple streams, if they even see anything that starts with BUD, you're going to see a lot of shit talk there. I can tell you that. But anyway, I just didn't know Denise. You know, because we've had bad lightning here, so I didn't know if I think the stream stopped on its own.
Oh, really?
I think she said she had a worldwide block, so that means YouTube took it down.
Okay, get back to what you witnessed that happened on Crystal's stream before the stream went down. They were showing something on.
I don't know what that was, buddy. It was like First I thought it was like boxing or something, but then I started watching closer, and it was this crazy looking guy, and he had like a piece of wire, real thin wire, and he was like cutting his own throat or something. I don't know what the fuck it was, And then I
Was
didn't
it a
even watch it for just a minute.
What do you mean, a video on the panel?
Yeah, somebody was showing, like screenshotting a documentary or something. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Maybe it was somebody was just showing videos of something that they were concerned about.
I'm not
I
sure
don't know
who
that.
even was on the panel.
There was nobody maintaining the computers for several hours, so that's why I was wondering. Well,
I don't know if it was something about the Quran or I don't know what it was, but they were stupid.
okay, well that's why I'm asking, because you never know, and that's why I wondered.
Must have been a copyright though, copyright violation.
Right. How many customers today, Star?
Not enough.
Yeah, well, yeah, never enough, right?
I'm ready to go home and smoke one.
Man, see, never mind. But okay, so okay, so what do you want a stress reliever? Do you want do you want to finish running your stream, or what do you want to do?
Me? Does Crystal want to start one?
Well, we're just kind of getting up and getting running. It was stormy. See, I don't even know what's going on. Who's running one now?
What was Petra? What was that you showing the video, Petra? What was that? I don't know what it was. It was this guy had a wire up to his own throat, and he was maybe showing you how to kill someone. I don't know what it was.
Maybe she was showing
What the fuck? I always miss the good shit when I leave, man.
No, man, I missed that one. Maybe it was a video of ISIS or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe
that's some 50 Shades of Grey shit.
I'm going to go to Midnight Bingo, bud. And
You
so
what?
I wasn't going to run the stream long anyways. I was just waiting to see what was going on. But just go ahead and you guys get what you're going to get ready and take your time, drink your coffee, whatever. And I'll let this one go until you guys start, and then I'll just cut this one off.
Okay, and what time are you going to bingo, Denise?
It starts at midnight, so I'll probably leave here about 11.
Okay, I've got 9 or so, quarter till 10 here on. That's what you got, right?
Yeah, same as you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I didn't even. Okay, so we're on Denise's stream now. Okay. All right. So good enough. When you getting off, Star? Oh, she's probably got a customer.
Just tell Crystal when she gets going to post her. I'll see the notification pop up and I'll click it and I'll go over there and get her link, and then I'll come back and post it on my YouTube stream so everybody will have it to go there.
Okay, let me ask you. So what an hour or something? Something like that? About an hour?
And that's not exactly what we were discussing, Petra. I'm not saying there's evil in the world, and you can have an evil policeman, an evil fireman. So certainly you could have an evil magician. What you were saying was that magicians who have tricks that you don't understand are possessed by demons, and the ball, for example, in your video that was floating, rather than that being an illusion and a trick, you believe that guy's possessed by a demon, and the demon is actually floating that ball and creating magic. And I said, I don't believe that. Just to clarify what you were saying.
Ooh, a big mama's coming in. Big mama. Big old ham hocks. You should see her.
Ham hocks, man. That's what I'm talking about. A good southern ham hocks.
This ain't the damn ham, this the whole hog. What are you fucking saying?
Ham hock.
Okay.
Hey,
Denise, you've got me wanting to play bingo again. The only place they were having bingo around here was at the, what do you call it? Oh, the Shriners Club.
You did the Moose Lodge or something?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the Moose Lodge, yes.
See, I do pay attention sometimes.
Okay, right. I'm gonna say 3 miles from me. There's a really nice Moose Lodge, and that's the only local place that even does bingo around here. They did it a lot at the coast, but the pots were $120 and stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't even worth me playing. But wow, in the Philippines, man, you can You can, because they connect all the malls together in the Philippines. So every mall is playing the same game. They got these huge screens, okay? And
Take care.
every mall
Hope
has
rehab does you good.
so when you win like ultra big. Most
Wow. That'd be fun as hell.
You been in the Philippines, buddy?
Say again?
You been in the Philippines?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, wow.
Whereabouts? Do you ever get to Subic Bay, Olongapo City?
Well, let's see. I don't even. What is that area down below the mall? That where? What's the area down below the mall that we went to? That area right behind the mall. Antipolo City, Marikina City, Manila. I was gonna go where you were at over there until the volcano fucked all that up.
Right. Manitoba. I think. Was it called Manitoba?
Say that one more time.
Was it called the volcano was called Manitoba? I think.
No, Pinatubo.
Hello.
Pinatubo.
How's it going?
But
Where you going? Where you going, girl?
I think she's at work waiting on customers.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But okay, hey Richard, there's a lot of the political stuff I wanted to talk to you about too, man. Man, do you feel the way I do, or is it just me, man? I mean, golly, I really feel like I've never seen anything like this, man. Look, I don't think Trump's God or nothing. I just think he's a person that ran his own campaign, and he's not entitled to anybody for anything, and he's really trying to do what's right. But I mean, I even see him doing shit, straightening out other countries like Cuba just now. I mean, man, unbelievable, historic shit to me.
I agree.
The more successful he comes, the more the deep state's going to hate him. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be.
That's the way it's going to. Yeah. I mean, so, and I'm sure he knows all about those things.
Of course, this guy doesn't drink. He hardly sleeps. He's completely focused. He knows what he's doing.
It's an amazing historical time that I have realized. Well, you know, I never really knew how historical this. I can't say that. I'm only 29.
The thing is, too, buddy, the more successful he is, and the more the people come to understand that, at some point, that means that the deep state people start exposing themselves for being really ignorant. People might not notice as it goes along, but there's going to be a day that comes where people say, wow, the wall's up, the jobs are back. And then one of those deep state people are going to open up their mouth and say something really stupid, and it'll kind of all connect at once. People say, hey, wait a minute. That guy was saying that shit for the last 4 fucking years. He's part of this shit. And then they'll start getting rid of those kind of people, because they won't realize when the time comes when they look really stupid. They'll find that out in hindsight. They won't stop, you know.
Happy Father's Day to all the men on the panel with children.
Thank you for reminding me. I was going to send my dad a thing right now. Thank you.
Wow, thanks, Star. Wow, I even forgot. Oh,
you're welcome. And whoever's a mommy and a daddy, happy Father's Mommy's Day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, Richard, it's just occurred to me. This is extremely historical, man. It's I can't wait to hear what the things that are going to be written about all this in years to come. But you know, it's kind of like the 70s, being as I'm only 29. I just read it in books. Just remember that before I say this. The 70s were historical. The 80s were historical in a lot of ways.
Come on, you go back to the 60s too, buddy.
Hell no, I just read about shit like that in history books, man.
I'm from the 70s. That's what they say. They said it looks like I'm from the 60s in my picture. That's fucked up.
Hey, Star, when is Motherfuckers Day?
Every fucking day.
man. But yeah. So anyway, I want to talk to you about some of those things. So okay, I'll leave everybody alone. It's all good.
No, buddy.
I'll back out. You talk You talk to
Okay, I'm backing out too.
Come here, boy. Yeah, come on, yeah.
I say that to my truck. I'm like, come on, girl. Come on.
Hey, how's the van doing, Star?
The van's okay. It's just parked for now until I get around to it.
Right. The shaggin' wagon.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna put some tin and some curtains up.
You know what? Have you got dark? Is there dark tint on the windows now?
Yeah.
What you got? What kind of truck you got?
Some big truck. I don't know. It's a Ford.
A Ford 150?
I don't know. It runs good though.
Yeah, she's got a truck and a van, man.
I got a truck, a van, a Jeep, and I have another Ford at home that I used when I was working in the oil field, and it was just like a weekend trucker, but it's a Ford with a badass motor in it, and like so many people tried buying it from me just for the motor in it. I should sell it. I don't need it anymore. I should just sell it.
Well, V8, right?
Yeah. It's a it's a big diesel motor in it, you know what I'm saying? So I bought it from my uncle. He owns the oil field company and he used it around his like the field to like pull shit, you know?
Right.
Oh shit, somebody's in here. Be back.
Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna fix me a cup of coffee, guys. I'll see you on the stream. I don't want to mess up everybody's time here talking about all this dumb shit. But anyway,
it's not dumb, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm just trying to get up on what's going on, man. Who knows? You start running a stream or whatever. I just getting up, so I didn't know, you know. So.
All right, go have your coffee.
Yeah, man. All right.
Oh. Oh. Well, I think I'm going to leave a little for a while too. I'll see you later, Richard.
See you, Shotgun. Come back now here. Are you subbed to Crystal's channel, Richard?
I am. Why? Are we all going over there or something?
Started it, yeah. I always sub to the channel and then I click the little bell and that way I get a notification pops up when any stream starts.
Where'd everybody go? Star mentioned Father's Day and I bought my dad a gift, but I hadn't sent him a email yet. So I left to do that and I come back and everybody's gone, but you and Buddy. Wow.
I don't know. Shotgun said he was dropping out and Star's at work. And I think Buddy just woke up and he's going to have some coffee. And
hey, you might want to look in your YouTube chat real quick. You probably have to do something about Bright Star. I think Ray's having a problem. I think Bright Star had a problem with Grizz before I went to sleep.
Okay. Sorry, I was over in the hangout. And you know me, I can't multitask.
Yeah, I just saw it. I just thought I'd tell you.
Boys. Come on, boys. I wish you would. That's what you're doing a good thing now. You're talking about your problems. That's a good thing. God, you guys use bad language to talk about your problems. Hush. Goodness, I'm having my cat because of these crazy dogs.
And how do you expect us to rescue them and wish to them like things?
Our ship's staying here. 50-60%. I understand. Let's go. Fire back. What's going on? Our boat down. Yes, sir. Jesus. Are they? chance. More folks out in the business than it's revolution. Target locked and fired on all warlords. Firearms. Officers, the story captain, being rescued trailer. So he managed to eliminate all enemy ships. No one was injured, and the successful rescue of the Kobayashi Road crew is underway. How the hell did that disease exist? I do not know. This session has been called to resolve a troubling matter. James T. Kirk, step forward. Cadet Kirk, evidence has been submitted to this council suggesting that you violated the ethical code of conduct pursuant to regulation 17.43 of the Star Code. Is there anything you care to say before we begin, sir? Yes, I believe I am. Step forward, please. This is Commander Spock. He's one of our most distinguished graduates. He's programmed Kobayashi to exam for the last 4 years. Commander. Cadet Kirk, you somehow managed to install and activate a subroutine programming code thereby changing the conditions of the test. Point being, an academic vernacular is easy. Let me ask you something. The test itself is achieved, isn't it? You programmed it to be a win. Includes the possibility of a no-win scenario, even no-win scenarios. Then not only did you violate the rules, you also failed to understand the principle lesson. Please, you all people should know, Captain. Captain cannot cheat that. I will be your father. Lieutenant George Kirk assumed command of his vessel before being killed in action. I don't think you understand that deep intent. Furthermore, you failed to divine the purpose of the test. Likely again, the purpose is good, truth, and speed. You're in the face of certain death. To accept that fear and maintain control of oneself and one's crew. This is quality expected in every step of the campaign.
Richard,
We've
I'll
received
be right back. I'm gonna step on my back porch and try to make a video with my phone. It's a piece of garbage, so I probably can't, but I'm gonna try. I'll be right back.
Was that very fast? I don't know. I like it. Call my name. I need to ground it.
Commander work,
Yes, Miss Evans.
because I'm not one of your top students.
Deeply worked.
And then I have multiple occasions demonstrated exceptional moral sensitivity and I quote, and I'm parallel to belief to identify some anomalies in subspace transition time.
Consistently, yes.
And while you are aware that I'm qualified design teacher when a U.S. device, I am confident. I don't
It was so sensitive. What did you say?
know. I take it.
Yes, I do know. Vaccine is viral infection. You start to lose space in the left level. You're gonna get a really bad head. Yeah, you'll. you like to explain to Captain Pike why the Enterprise worked into a crisis outside of its senior medical? As you are.
I can't take a video with that piece of shit camera. I'm gonna need a new phone so bad. Is your YouTube stream muted, Richard? Seems like I hear that weird noise, like sounds like Satan strangling a cat. I don't know.
Captain, the London ship is going to pass very close to us in the northern hemisphere. Its signal appears to be both communications and transporter. All power to forward sails, prepare fire all weapons. Wait! The hull! Where are you on? Yes, sir.
Captain, we're being hailed.
Captain Christopher Pike, to whom I speak. I, Christopher, I'm here. Survivalism. Captain, we gave nothing by the policy. That Tim was a mistake. I still agree. You should rethink your strategy. I need officers who can train in advanced hand-to-hand combat. I think so. Kirk, you too. You're not supposed to be here anyway. Jacob, good to call.
Are you back, Richard?
Without transporters, we can't beam off the ship. Genesis Vulcan, we can't do our job. Mr. Kirk, Engineer Olsen will space jump from the shuttle. We will land on that machine they forward to the active landing on here. We'll get inside, you'll disable it, then you'll feed back to the ship. Spock, I'm leaving you in command of the Enterprise. Let's get transport capability and communications back up to contact Starfleet. What the hell's going on here? And then all else fails, fall back, rendezvous complete, and direction system. Kirk, I'm going to first officer. What? That's it. Please, I apologize. Touch these banks. Sure, after we knock out that turtle, what happens to you? They said you got to get paid. Careful, the ship's watch is brand new. Dr. Torrey, Zone Deck 6, he's dead. Then you have just inherited his responsibility as Chief Medical Officer. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. You got the charge, right? Oh, yeah. Of 18 missing entries yet listed. 20,000 each. Enterprise. This is the They're not from gravitational sensors. I wonder what they are doing with planets. We drove the sabotage circle. We had reached the planet's core. Yes. How much is the planet? Planet-wide evacuation, all the
And stop it.
Check out the colony.
Yeah, Petra, I'll fill you in on the whole story later. I appreciate that timeout. I kind of needed to drink my coffee. Love you, girl. You hanging in there, Richard?
I'm here. I'm watching Star Trek and kind of watching the
Man, they show Trek over there.
Well, it's a movie, Star Trek on HBO.
Oh, okay. Cool, man.
Yeah. Just watching. If you and Dave start getting into a battle up here, I'll stop watching Star Trek and listen to that. It'd be more interesting. I've
Nah,
seen
go ahead
Star
and enjoy.
Trek.
Now, go ahead and enjoy your movie, man. He's not worth the ground it takes to spit on. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. That's it. Go ahead.
All right.
Dave, do you want me to add you to the Hangout so that you can get up here and talk? Answer me now. The stream ain't going to be here much longer. And I'm going to bingo about 11. You're waiting? Okay, hang on. I'll put you in there. Turn that Star Trek off, Richard. Okay, you're in, Dave. Come on. Are you there, buddy?
Ding, ding, ding. Round one. Come on down.
Stop it, Richard.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Hey, let me. I almost got.
No, come on, guys. Let's act adult now. Let's see what we can get done. Because I know you and Dave really have been friends a long time.
No,
back today and
yeah,
what can happen.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's one version. Version 2 is he's always done his two-faced shit.
All right, the King's taking side bets. For those that want to bet on the winner of this bout, the King's
hold on.
bets in Yahoo chat.
Let me get my creamer. I'll be right back.
I'm going to mic out for this. Who do you think's going to win, King?
Yeah, mic out.
The King's not predicting a winner. He's just taking bets. Right now, the betting is 5-4 for Buddy to win.
I think it is going to be a winner. I think there's going to be a couple of winners.
Now, wait a minute. You're already starting with the insults. You're insulting my accent. Already started.
No. Okay,
I've got popcorn for the crowd. Popcorn.
See, and then he'll let me have my seat.
Yeah, hold tight. I'm my creamer and my coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay, I've gave popcorn to the crowd. Now I'm going to bring some drinks out. Here's a baby bottle for a couple of them out in the chat. Everybody should be happy.
Yeah, just so we all know, this is a bare fist mixed martial arts match. No pussy boxing gloves, no rules. It's going to be a knockdown, drag out, bare fist brawl.
Yeah. Make sure there's no razor blades anywhere, King.
He said, please, I've got a beard. I don't fucking bother with
no razor blades in the gloves.
That's right, Dave. No cheating. We know how you Scottish fuckers are.
Yeah, I know. We're all crazy drunkards and fucking all sorts, aren't we?
All right, well, my drink's coming to me, but anyway,
yeah, I'll let you have your say first, buddy. On you go, man. If you want it to be an equal, I'll let you go first.
Oh, I'm not going to get all upset. I'm just going.
No, I'm not getting upset. I'm just saying I don't want it to be an argument where we're talking over the top of each other. So
okay, so you go ahead first then.
Well, what you're getting upset over is a comment I made regarding Wyatt. How that would upset you because it's nothing to do with you. I was making a comment with Mohab. In fact, I can't even remember what the actual comment I made was. You. I know you think that every time I bring up Ron Wyatt, it's to do with you. It isn't. It's just because I think Ron Wyatt is a ridiculous person. You. So really, that's it. Because that's all you've said that it made you upset was the Ron Wyatt reference. And if you want me to stop mentioning Ron Wyatt if it upsets you, then I will. That's all I've got to say. So on you go. Oh, honestly, well, before you go, I can't remember what I mentioned about Ron Wyatt. It might have been the what was it, the Ten Commandments or something like that. It wasn't really directed at you. I was just making a comment, you know. But anyway, I'm done. Right.
All right, now you know I didn't interrupt you, right? All right, here's what I see, Dave. Number one, you're in there spewing in the stream. I'm never going over to Gorin's again. I can't get. I don't like anything over there. Blah blah blah. Well, that's cool. Number one, you're trying to play this off like, you know, it's just, you know, I shouldn't get upset about this. Number one, that was months ago when we discussed those things. Number two, you said a slew of things over there out of the blue to directly make fun of me, Mojave, knowing what you were talking about. And you made every statement that I ever said about that subject, which was months ago. So my question to you is, what would you bring up any of that for anyway when nobody was talking about
it? This was hours ago. I can't even remember why it got brought up in the first place. It wasn't a dig at you though. That is the thing. It really wasn't. I know in the past I have over there, because I was angry at you because you were being the way you are. But no, it wasn't. I wasn't having a dig at you or anything. I really can't remember what really gets said, to be honest. It was light-hearted, you know. It wasn't having a dig at you or anything.
Well, my question is though, why would you when I'm not even over there? I mean, I don't go over there.
No, I wasn't. Right, I know I'm kind of interrupting now, but I wasn't. The thing is, I wasn't having a go at you while I was over there today. I wasn't having a go at you personally.
So you're repeating.
To be wrong.
So you're repeating everything that I said about that subject months ago, and you expect me to believe that it was all out of fun and games?
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, you believe what you want to believe, but I know it wasn't a dig at you personally. I know it wasn't. Well, if you believe me or if you don't believe me, it's entirely up to you.
Well, I can't believe.
I know it wasn't. It wasn't a dig at you.
Yeah, I can't ever believe a habitual liar. Why don't you just say it right now why you did
it? I forget what brought it up, to be honest. It was hours ago. It was nearly fucking 12 hours ago. In fact, what?
Yeah, but you tell everybody on the stream over here that you're
I
not.
know it wasn't a dig at you. That's all I know. I know it wasn't a dig at you. That's all I know it was.
Yeah. So you're not willing to tell the truth about it. So that's the first thing, right?
What do you mean by that?
You figure it out. You're the one lying about it. Don't you know how to tell the truth?
I'm not lying.
Oh,
the truth, if I was lying, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be on the panel talking to you right now if I was lying. I would hide away and
you're over here trying to make everybody believe it's all fun and games when you know why you did what you did and you detailed it to the extent.
Yeah, months ago I was having a go at you. Yeah, I agree with you there. Months ago I was. But not now.
What does that have to do with with what you just did, Dave?
What do you mean?
Well, I thought I just clearly said what I was talking about.
Well, this is just going to go round and round in circles. Obviously, you don't like me, so there's no point, is there?
Yeah, and just like always, now you're trying to run a game and dance around.
I'm not trying to run a game at all. You obviously you just don't like me. That's it.
Oh, you're
that's
right.
Fine. If you don't like me, then that's it.
Oh, you're
There's
exactly
no point,
right.
Is there? There's
That's
no point,
the only thing. Okay, you want to talk or you want me to talk? Which one?
Carry on.
You are right. I don't like you worth the fuck now. Okay, because I watched you. Are you going to interrupt me again? I don't like you at all now, and let me tell you all the reasons why. I watched you for the first 6 months. I knew you fucking drunk as a fucking skunk, day in, day out, with all your sick clones and all your bullshit. Okay. That was the first 6 months I knew you. And then you quit drinking. And you have these, I don't know if it's aftermath. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you say. You don't know what you do. I don't know what it is anymore. And to be quite honest about it, with my real life, with a family and everything, I ain't got time to fuck with you no more. But I just wanted to ask you, you know, why all these months later, when you're telling me and everybody else, I'm never going over to Gorin's again. I just want to be here on this stream. And you try to run a game and you try to make everybody believe in the moment what you want them to believe while you're running on both sides of the fence with your two-faced bullshit.
I just don't see
That's
what the
all
big
I wanna
problem
know.
is, me going to another stream. I don't see what the big deal is.
Well, Dave, I've looked
Right,
over
I may
a
have
hell of a
said
lot.
that. I may have said that. I may have said I'm not going over to Gordon's again, right? I may have said that.
Okay, why don't,
But
here's
just
the way I
because I
would,
go over there, I'm not going over there and slagging everyone off all the time, am I? No. I'm just going over there to talk to people that you don't like, that are over, that don't come over here anymore, you know? The likes of D-Beck and Rosie and Mohav and that. I'll just talk to them because they're not here anymore, you know? I'm not going over there and slagging you off and slagging like Crystal off or whoever.
so now you're going to sit here and tell me that you didn't do it for the intent of what you really did it for.
What intent? I was going over there bringing up Ron Wyatt just to wind you up. Of course not. Of course I wasn't doing that.
But you detailed it over and over again in many sentences, didn't you?
No.
Really? What would you say
This is
if
going nowhere, buddy.
what
This
would
is
you
going
say
nowhere,
if
man.
right? What would you say if I told you I had the screenshot of it,
A screenshot of what?
of what you were really doing?
Show us the screenshot then.
That's my choice whether I want to show it or not. I said, what would you say then if I showed a screenshot of what you really did? That's my question.
I would need to see the screenshot first.
You don't remember what you did? Is that what you're saying?
And was this today, or are you on about another day? Was this today?
You tell me.
I don't know. You say you've got a screenshot of something. I need to know what it is first.
So now you don't even know when you did what you did. Is that what you're telling me now?
I don't know. You say you've got a screenshot of something. I'd need to see the screenshot first.
No, I just want you to tell the truth, Dave.
Well, as far as I know, I don't know what you're talking about. You say you've got a screenshot of something, so
Let's leave it like this after a year and a half.
Right, okay.
I've watched this probably 1,000 fucking times. And I hear you lie to everybody all the time. And you say all these wonderful things and what problems I have. When really, it's kind of strange to me that you don't ever want to tell the truth about what the fuck you do. And then you got Petra out there timing me out because she don't have a fucking clue about what you did. She's just looking at the argument, and she's a moderator in the YouTube chat, and she's doing what she sees best. I'm not holding any grudges against her, but it's kind of pathetic, Dave, that you can't man up to what you do. That's what bothers me about you. I just wanted you to know. So for the first 6 months, I think we started talking on Newsmax, and we went on into Mando's stream. So see, I've seen you do this for a year and a half, Dave. You run on both sides of the fence all the fucking time. That's why I don't like you. Yeah, and then you can't man up and tell the truth about what you're really doing.
I don't think I'm doing anything bad. Am I the worst person on this fucking stream? What the fuck? It's far worse than me.
Well, okay,
Fucking
that's fair.
hell.
But is it funny to you if I call you a drunkard all the time?
It doesn't bother me. So what if a duck's back? I get called a drunkard all the fucking time. I don't care.
Right. Well,
I know I'm not.
right. That's
You're
fine.
a drunkard to you right now? No, obviously. I mean, it's nearly 4 in the morning. If I was a drunkard, I'd be fucking sleeping by now.
Yeah. But what you don't want to say is that you run with your boys over there and then you come over here and act innocent, right?
No, I just don't like with one side or the other. I just decide who I want to talk to, and it shouldn't become a problem.
Yeah, but
that's all.
Yeah, but the problem with
sometimes I do say stuff that's out of line. I'll admit that, but so does everybody else. I'm not the only person that says stuff like that, buddy. Come on.
Why do you need to use me as your weapon? Don't you have enough character about you to just go over there and run with your little Scottish queers without using me?
Well, I have done that in the past, but I haven't done that as much times as you think I have. I don't go over the go-rans. In fact, I'm very rarely over there anyway. But anytime I'm over there, I'm not going, oh, buddy's this and buddy's that, Crystal's this, Crystal's that, and never, sometimes, but never Crystal. No, I never ever say anything bad about Crystal.
Actually, Dave, you and I both know that that's not even true.
Come on.
All you got to do with me,
over to Gordon's and constantly bashing you.
Yeah, I think you know. I think you've known me long enough to know that, number one, if you had anything about you whatsoever, okay, here's my version. This is my version. If you had anything about you whatsoever after what you've watched D-Back, DeMello, and all those people do, you would be standing up for what the fuck you know they did, instead of being so pathetic that you have to run on both sides of the fence because you don't have any character, or you don't stand for anything, so you'll fall for anything, and you'll run with whoever.
Well, the way I see it is, it's a chat stream. It isn't real life, so I don't take it as seriously maybe as you do, and maybe you've been hurt by people.
Well, that's strange.
On the chat stream more than I have.
That's strange.
I know some of the stuff that's been said about you, okay? And I haven't said it.
Well, let me run with what you just said there.
It's been said about you and your family, okay? And I never said any of that, remember, buddy? It wasn't me that said any of that, right? And I totally disagree with whoever said about you and your family, okay?
Yeah, but I'm just kind of...
But when it's just like the stuff that comes at me, stalker and drunkard and all that, I don't really mind that. If somebody was having a go at my family, yeah, I would get really upset.
Right.
But come on, you must understand that in the internet you're going to get get these sort of insults happening to you all the time.
Right. Well, okay. So I mean, I could go on and on.
I do agree with you when it comes to families. I do agree with you there.
Right.
That is below the belt.
Yeah, but if you want to run with your Scottish queers, why do you have to use me as your weapon?
I don't know what you mean.
Bring
it up. About D-Beck. Know something about D-Beck. You know what he done? He's blocked me. So we're not that close.
Well, that even makes it worse.
Oh, I mean, I'm not like D-Beck's best buddy. I'm not D-Beck's best buddy or anything. He's fucking blocked me on Hangouts, you know, so fucking talking behind your back and all that carry on. I mean, he's blocked Shan and all that as well. I mean,
right. Well, see, we keep talking, but I mean, for me, if you can't even admit why you did what you did and exactly what you did, and then you're asking me to produce a screenshot.
Can I try and explain it then a little bit, right?
All right.
Even you and Crystal started the stream, right? And then a lot of stuff happened, which I won't get into, and I think you get a little you're like kind of part running the stream, you know, you're getting a little stressed over everything that was happening, which is understandable. Aggressive towards me and towards other people.
Well, that sounds good. That sounds good, Dave. But the problem with your theory is that I've watched you lose it over one insult from Ray.
I know.
So, but hold on.
That was really when I was at my my drinking stage and all that. I would fucking go apeshit on anyone. I mean, male and female.
Right.
Now I've kind of toned it down. I do sometimes go off the register, you know, but very rarely now.
Well, but isn't the truth, Dave, that you'll run with anybody at any given time on anything, and you know, there's
maybe, but
yeah.
I have got my limits. I won't talk to certain people. Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's all cool.
To me, buddy, it's not. I could maybe call.
Yeah, let me just say something.
Right.
Out of one side of your mouth, you say, this is the internet, and you shouldn't take it serious. That's what you say to me. But out of the other side of your mouth, I've watched you get extremely triggered when somebody just calls you a drunkard.
Yeah, that was roundabout.
But I'm not supposed to get bothered when I'm not even on a stream and something that happened months ago. You use me.
Yeah, well, I can see where you're coming from there.
And you use me and a topic that was discussed months ago to get along.
I understand what you're saying now.
Right. In other words,
do you not think is not as serious as my subject?
Well, Dave,
yours is more like a bad joke, right? But mine's is more life threatening.
Right.
Do you not think?
Well, you can measure it anyway.
I mean, I could have actually died.
Right.
I could have actually died because of this. I mean, you're not going to die because you're on White Joke, are you? Come on.
Oh, so now you're going to measure the. Okay, well, look. So a year and a half.
No, I'm not trying to belittle it. All I'm saying is I don't think it's as serious, basically. I'm not belittling it in any way. Right, just put it this way, right? If you ever want to talk to me again, I promise you, right? I will never ever, I'll delete that Ron White account and I will never ever mention him again. I swear to God.
It's Dave, I didn't even get up.
It does offend you that much, I will never ever mention it again. But the thing is, I don't think you really want me around you anyway, so.
Right.
But well, even if you don't, I still won't mention it.
Right. Well, Dave, you know, it's kind of like a bad marriage. You know, once your wife fucks the neighbor 10 times when you go to work, you kind of get burnt out on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I
can understand where you're coming from, man. Believe me, I can understand where you're coming from.
The only thing that I'll agree with that you set up here is that you're right. I'm sick and tired of it.
And your avatar kind of says that too.
And you are right. I really don't like you. I don't.
Right, okay, man. That's fine.
I don't like who.
Divide opinion.
Yeah, I don't like who you are, and I don't like what you do. And that's all I want to tell you.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. But while you're running around trying to, you know, make everybody believe that you're so innocent all the time.
No, I don't really do that. I wouldn't say I do that. Because if I'm talking to someone, just say privately, I'm not a different person when I'm here.
Right. See, half of this shit.
No, really? No.
Yeah, half of this shit that goes on in these streams, if you had somebody that stood up and stood for the right things instead of running on both sides of the fence all the time like you do, then half of it would stop. But you like running with that shit when I'm not around, right?
No, I don't like doing it.
Right. Well,
I just don't like being cornered.
Just try to remember, Dave,
that's all.
That if you don't like things like that done to you, you probably shouldn't do them to other people.
No, it's a two-way street then, isn't it? So am I not going to get called a drunkard anymore? Or,
right.
Is that just going to continue?
I'd like to hear one more thing from you, man, because I didn't really get up here to argue a lot with you. I just wanted to, you know, tell you how I felt about it. But for about a year and a half, I looked over all your sloppy drunkard shit. Okay. And I always kind of came back and I always told everybody from Newsmax to Mando's, don't take it out on Dave because he can't help himself right now. And this is the thanks I get for putting up with a fucking piece of shit drunk. I appreciate it, man. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
All right.
Make it.
Richard, are you there? Hey,
Yeah,
Shotgun.
I'm watching Star Trek. I'll come chat in the other chat eventually, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to end this one because it's about 11, and I'm
Oh
going to
yeah.
get ready and go to bingo.
All right. See you on the other side.
Okay. Do you have the link, Shotgun?
No. Not yet.
I posted it out there on my YouTube.
I'll take a look. I'll see you.
Okay. I'll see you over there.